Welcome everyone to another video, and today we're going to take a look at the ghost grass type Pokemon Gourgeist in the Great League. Gourgeist is the much less famous ghost grass type Pokemon. Usually the preferred Pokemon with that typing would be Trevenant, but Gourgeist this season got access to the fast move Incinerate, so right now it is the premier grass type attacker that can beat other grass types, right? So usually that role is filled by Obama-Snow, but Obama-Snow with its very niche grass ice typing means that it just melts to Gourgeist now, which means that Gourgeist is now the best grass type that beats other grass types, right? So, and with Shadow Ball now being 50 energy, it will be able to double up on Shadow Balls with just 5 Incinerates, which makes it insanely good in the Great League, where charge move spam is the way to overwhelm your opponents. So in this team we have Mandibuzz in the lead with Snarl, Foul Play as well as Shadow Ball. So that means that we will need something that can beat something like a Wigglytuff or other fairy types, which means that we will have Steelix as a safe swap with Thunderfang, Psychic Fangs as well as Crunch. So with that, let us get into the battles here. We are going to be met with Scizor in the lead. So Scizor against our Mandibuzz would be very good. Would not be very good because Mandibuzz will be resisting all of his charge moves. Bullet Punch will deal quite a bit, but if like in this game we do land the Shadow Ball, we immediately swap into the Steelix in order to get a hit on energy, and as well as being able to take them out so that they are not able to realign their Pokemons, right? And to beat up something like this Sableye, which Gourgeist does not want to see. So we are going to throw a Psychic Fangs here versus the Sableye because we can get to a second charge move, and we are hoping that Mandibuzz will be able to take them out with Foul Play. But the opponent decided to swap into an Azumarill, which is well played to them, but this means that we have to swap in our Gourgeist while being behind on energy to try to take them out. So they shield the first Seed Bomb, and most probably are going to shield the second Seed Bomb as well, because they know that we have Mandibuzz in the back, and we are going to throw this third Seed Bomb immediately, saving the shield for Mandibuzz because we know that that is our win con. And here we are going to let the Ice Beam go, and Ice Beam does not take us out, only takes about 60% of our health, but they immediately snipe us with their Sableye, and we are going to throw the Foul Play right before they get to another charge move. And now the race is on. We would need 2 charge moves to take them out, and 1 Shadow Ball would not be enough. And as you can see here, Shadow Ball does take them relatively low, which means that 1 Foul Play from this range will be able to take them out and seal the first game for us. Now going into the second game here, we are met with Dusknoir. Dusknoir is another Pokemon which is quite prevalent in the Great League, which means that Mandibuzz would be a fairly good counter for it. And we are going to throw Shadow Ball as the first charge move, simply because when healthy, Foul Play will not be able to take Dusknoir out, but Shadow Ball does have the firepower to take it out, or almost take it out. And here we are going to only expend 1 shield because we know that Mandibuzz is quite tanky and Dynamic Punch will only be neutral. And here we are going to throw another charge move, another fast move before throwing the Foul Play to take them out. And here we are going to come out with a little bit of energy before swapping in with our Steelix. And here we do bait out what we need to bait out, which is the Gastrodon, throwing the Psychic Fangs to debuff them before taking this Water Pulse or Earth Power, whatever it is, we are able to take it. We are going to throw another charge move here, which is fine because now our Pokemon in the back would be able to take them out relatively easy. Gourgeist is a Pokemon that can take out Bastiodon, especially with a shield advantage here. Shadow Ball. I think you only need 3 Shadow Balls to take him out, because Incinerate does deal a lot of damage. As you can see here, Incinerate does a ton, and with that Shadow Ball damage, it just racks up. It just racks up all the damage that we require to take it out, and we are going to double up on the Seed Bomb at this point, because one Seed Bomb will be able to take the Bastiodon out from this range, and the second Seed Bomb will be able to easily finish off the Gastrodon with that double weakness to Grass type Pokemons. So as you can see here, the opponent most probably top left, most probably exited the app, and yeah, we are able to throw the second Seed Bomb to take them out to seal the win. So because Gourgeist has like 4 forms, I tend to gravitate towards the super size Gourgeist, simply because it has the higher attack, if I recall correctly. So that attack paired up with Incinerate would deal a lot of damage for us, and here we decided to catch the Night Slash on the Steelix, which means that we are going to be able to get to a Psychic Fangs to employ him, but unfortunately Empoleon will be able to farm us all the way down. We are going to tank the Hydro Cannon before swapping into the Gourgeist to snipe the Empoleon, but we are still not out of the woods, because we are going to be met with Shadow Sableye with that Shadow Claw damage. Really oppressive, trying to get to 2 more Seed Bombs if possible. We are going to save a shield, hopefully being able to take them out, because with Incinerate as a fast move, they won't dare to swap into their own Scizor. But here we see that for them, it's still a relatively safe matchup for them at this point in time. If we are able to get to another foul play, then it will be game over for them, and let's see whether we are able to. Unfortunately, we are not able to, which means that they are able to take us out with this resisted Night Slash and seal this win. So in the next game, we are met with Gourgeist in the lead. Gourgeist has access to Rock Slide, which initially had in its Game Master file. Unfortunately, before it was released, Rock Slide was taken out from its move pool, which is very unfortunate, because Gourgeist would have been one of those really good picks back then, but better late than never, right? We do have a Gourgeist with access to Rock Slide now, and yeah, some people are taking advantage of it. Here we are met with a Quagsire as a safe swap. Quagsire can be a little bit awkward, simply because it has access to the Stone Edge, but here we are fine with using our Mandibuzz to take them out, because we still have Gourgeist in the back that can deal with the Gourgeist. And here the opponent has a Seeking as the last Pokemon, which is fairly good for us, because our Gourgeist basically can just wreck their whole team. But here we still have to deal with one foul play to take the Seeking out. Having one more charge move here banked up for their Pokemons will be very ideal. And we are going to immediately swap, just in case we miscounted on the Rock Slide, but we are able to farm up a little bit more energy. Unfortunately, we mistimed it again, and second Rock Slide was able to take our Gourgeist really low, but we are able to get to a Shadow Ball to take them out, and hopefully we get to a Seed Bomb to take the Quagsire out as well, and we are able to take game number 4. So as you can see here, the Gourgeist does do a little bit of work, especially in tandem with Mandibuzz. It does cover up a lot of Mandibuzz weaknesses, especially with that Incinerate fast move. Steel types that resist Mandibuzz does not like to see Gourgeist, and yeah, Mandibuzz just helps out with the other dark type, the other ghost types that Gourgeist might have to deal with, such as the Sableye. Of course, from this team, you are able to see that the main culprit, or the main, downside of this team would be against something like a Dunsparce, or even something like other dark types, because we don't have a clear response to them, especially for the dark types. If they do not have fighting or ghost subtyping, it does create a bit of an awkward situation, because all charge attacks except for seed bombs are resisted by other dark type Pokemon, so it will be a little bit of a complicated situation for us. Unfortunately for us, we don't meet that many dark type Pokemons in this format right now, which means that it is a fairly good time for you to take advantage of this team. And here we are met with a Shadow Dragonite in the lead. We are going to try to catch a charge move some point in this game, and because the opponent is using a Shadow Dragonite, it is quite frail. One charge move such as this Shadow Ball will almost take it out, and we are able to farm them down with this Steelix while only taking doubly resisted charge moves. And decided to come in with a Dunsparce as the second Pokemon, which is very good for us, because Mandibuzz does not want to see this in the end game, especially when shields are down or when it has a shield advantage. Foul Play does not do that much damage as compared to before, especially when it becomes a low energy cost move. And here, when we almost got to another Psychic Fangs, throwing the Drill Run against us, hoping that it will not debuff them anymore. But here we are going to be met with our opponent having access to an Empoleon, but the writing is on the wall for them. We got an Incinerate through, which means that we are able to get to 3 Seed Bombs to take them out. 2 Seed Bombs will definitely take them out. Shadow Ball might or might not take them out, but going for 2 Seed Bombs was relatively safer. So as you can see here, the 3rd Seed Bomb will be able to take out the Empoleon, and we are able to win another game with this team. We are met with the opponent's Gourgeist, and the opponent's Gourgeist does have a costume, has a hat, which means that it was most probably recently caught during the Halloween event. And this opponent has a Shadow Celio as well, which was also buffed with its fast move Powder Snow, now dealing more damage. So most probably this opponent does have access to a 3rd Mon that was buffed, but we are going to see here whether that is true or not. They are going to come in with their Gourgeist again, and hopefully they don't shield this, because as you can see, that damage is quite massive. Unfortunately, they do not have a 3rd Mon with a buff for this season. They have access to Azumarill instead, but Azumarill is just an ever-present Pokemon in this league. Even when they try to nerf the bubble energy generation, it just stays put roughly where it is. Of course, when the poison type got buffed, it got nerfed in a way. It went down the rankings just a bit, but right now, as you can see here, it is more prevalent now because of the other buffs recently to other Pokemons, such as the dragon types, where it got Dragon Tail and Dragon Breath buffs as well. So yeah, we are able to beat this Azumarill relatively convincingly with the Mandibuzz. Of course, Mandibuzz with Shadow Ball instead of Aerial Ace will be able to do a little bit more damage because of Shadow Ball's raw damage output. While Aerial Ace, even though it has Tap, it is quite a weak move in general, but yeah, it just gives another step option for Mandibuzz if required. And here in the second to last game, we are met with Bastardon in lead with a Jumpluff as their safe swap. This match is not as safe for Jumpluff as you would think, because if we expend a shield while they do not, they will be able they won't be able to survive this matchup. Even though they do have energy ball, they do need 3 energy balls to take us out, which is fine by us because now, as you can see here, we are able to take them out quite convincingly with 1 shield, and we are going to come out with massive amounts of energy. And the reason why we decided to just show the Psychic Fangs is because we want them to think that we have access to Earthquake, which is not going to be very effective on the jump love, but it will deal super effective on the Bastodon if required. So we're just going to keep that info for us for later, and hopefully our Mandibuzz is able to take out this Drift Blim. The opponent decided to not shield the Drift Blim, which is fine because now we are able to take our Steelix back into the game to farm up for that last bit of health and come out here with Psychic Fangs and come in with our Gourgeist with a shield advantage to win the game here in the second to last match. And now in the last match here, we are met with a Komo-o, another Pokemon that can be fairly complicated for us. I shielded the first one thinking that it was Klangris, was it Klangris Souls? Was it the move? Yeah. But unfortunately it was just an upper hand and we did not get debuff, which is good. This is where Aerial Ace would have been pretty nice for us, but we decided to run Shadow Ball. But it is what it is, right? We have to work with what we have. And this is where I think I made a mistake, because I tried to use that third try to use Mandibuzz with that low health to get some more fast move damage, which I shouldn't have, because now as you can see here I mistimed my timing and they are able to get to like a 5th upper hand. And now what we have to do is try to beat this Komo-o with the Skeledirge with just basically one Pokemon, right? Gourgeist is the only one that is quite healthy, but as you can see here, they're still relatively good with this Superior in the back. Now it is Gourgeist against the world. This is where Gourgeist comes out to play. Almost 1v3 in the end game. Unfortunately, Steelix will have to take away Gourgeist's shine to win the last game for us to seal this video. So as you can see here, Gourgeist insanely good. Not many people are prepared for Gourgeist with Incinerate, simply because grass types with fire type moves is just something that you rarely see, but that is the case for Gourgeist. And yeah, let me know what you think about Gourgeist. Is it something that is going to be staying in the meta for Go Battle League moving forward? Because we already know from Trevenant that grass and ghost type combination is fairly good, but with Incinerate as its fast move now, I think now it would be a little bit more insane compared to Trevenant. Let me know what you think about Gourgeist down in the comments, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.